are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The Sultanate celebrates the first day of the blessed Eid al-Adha amid COVID-19 precautionary measures. The members of the COVID-19 Supreme Committee visit the Operations Center to follow up implementing the decisions during the full lockdown period. And pilgrims in Saudi Arabia continue Hajj rituals in the first day of the blessed Eid al-Adha. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sent a cable of greetings to His Majesty King Felipe of the Kingdom of Belgium on his country's National Day. The Sultanate celebrated the first day of the blessed Eid al-Adha under full lockdown. Citizens and residents spent Eid time within their own homes, abiding the decisions of the Supreme Committee on COVID-19 to curb the spread of the pandemic. More details in the following report.
People in the Sultanate celebrated Eid al-Adha within their own home, abiding by the decisions of the Supreme Committee on COVID-19 to curb the spread of the pandemic.
Eid, a great occasion for all Muslims around the world. We at this time celebrate Eid with our family at home. So stay at home, be safe.
This is the second time Muslims across the world celebrate Eid al-Adha within the strict pandemic protocols. After performing Eid prayers at home, citizens and residents started sharing the joy of Eid through exchanging Eid greetings on phones, social media apps and such platforms with their friends and relatives, and shared memories of their Eid days in the past.
Celebrate Eid at home. Eid Mubarak, stay home. Eid Mubarak, stay safe at home with family. Yes, I'm happy with family at home.
As Eid festivities were restricted to one's home, in which only immediate family members participated, children had a colorful Eid with their siblings at home, while special Eid dishes, as usual, were prepared and enjoyed by the family.
Celebrating Eid with the family inside the house does not make it any less joyful. Yes, we get to enjoy our delicious Omani food, but all would mean nothing if our family's health is compromised, and hence we need to follow the directives of the Supreme Committee. Stay safe today so we can go back to normal life tomorrow.
Abiding by the strict preventive measures, residents along with citizens marked the occasion with religious prayers, hoping to see a better tomorrow with no one affected by COVID-19. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
The COVID-19 Supreme Committee paid a visit to the Operations Center, tasked with implementing the decisions of the committee during the full lockdown period in the days of the blessed Eid al-Adha. The committee was briefed on the progress of work team for this purpose, in addition to getting acquainted with the work mechanisms of the center. The decision of the COVID-19 Supreme Committee regarding the closure of commercial activities and ban on movement and vehicles all day took effect today. The effect of the decision will continue until 4 a.m. next Saturday. Emergency cases and some exempted categories will be allowed as per determined conditions. The effect of the decision on allowing movement of individuals and practicing the activities of sale of foodstuff, bakeries, restaurants, sale of building materials, and electrical and sanitary items and fodder stores located in the wilaya of Sur, starting from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. today and tomorrow, Wednesday. The decision includes allowing different work teams to do their work during this period in coordination with the Ministry of Social Development. Muslim pilgrims cast pebbles today as they took part in the stoning of the devil, the last major ritual of this year's Hajj, which is again under tight coronavirus restrictions. Others performed the farewell walk around the Kaaba during the final part of this year's Hajj. Wearing masks and the ihram, the pilgrims' seamless white garment, they each threw 7 stones at the pillar symbolizing Satan. The pandemic has for a second year forced Saudi authorities to dramatically downsize the Hajj, and just 60,000 fully vaccinated citizens and residents of the kingdom are taking part, up from 10,000 last year. Arab and Islamic countries celebrated today the first day of the blessed Eid al-Adha. In Jerusalem city, Muslims performed Eid al-Adha prayer in Al-Aqsa Mosque amid security measures from the Israeli occupation forces. In Egypt, Eid prayers were organized in different parts of the country, followed by celebrations in which Egyptians expressed joy and happiness on this great occasion. Still to come on News Bulletin. The Amazon founder Jeff Bezos and a handpicked group returned from space after a brief travel. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Iran today broke another record in the country's daily new coronavirus cases, even as Tehran and its surroundings went into lockdown, a week-long measure imposed amid another surge in the pandemic. The country's health ministry announced 27,444 new cases and 250 deaths over the past day, bringing the overall death toll to 87,624 from among more than 3.5 million confirmed cases in the pandemic. The lockdown, the nation's 5th so far, is meant to last until next Monday. All bazaars, marketplaces, and public offices closed, as well as movie theaters, gyms, restaurants in both Tehran province and the neighboring province of Alborz. Yesterday, Tehran province governor announced a code red, saying all hospitals in the province have reached their full capacity. European Union flags outside the European Commission's building in Brussels flew at half-mast today in a move of solidarity for the victims of deadly flooding in Western Europe. At least 196 people have died from the heavy rain which fell in Western Germany, Eastern Belgium, and the Netherlands in the recent days. They included 117 confirmed deaths in the worst affected German region, Rhineland-Palatinate, while 47 were killed in the neighboring state of North Rhine-Westphalia and at least 1 in Bavaria. The death toll in Belgium was 31. Authorities say they were likely to find more victims among destroyed homes as an operation to retrieve the victims continued. Russia's military held a test shooting of a new air missile system today. According to the Russian Defense Ministry, the S-500 system successfully hit a fast-moving ballistic target. After completing a full cycle of tests this year, the air missile system will be deployed at an air defense unit in Moscow region. The ministry said that the S-500 will be capable of hitting any existing means of airspace offensive at any range and any speed. The declared shooting range of the missile system is 600 kilometers. The Kremlin has made modernizing the country's arsenals a top priority amid the tensions with the West that followed Russia's 2014 annexation of Ukraine's Crimean Peninsula. Jeff Bezos has reached space on his rocket company's first flight with passengers. He's the second billionaire in just over a week to ride his own spacecraft. The Amazon founder soared to space with a hand-picked group in his Blue Origin capsule. The passengers included Bezos' young brother, an 18-year-old from the Netherlands, and an 82-year-old aviation pioneer from the Dallas area. They are the youngest and oldest to ever hurtle off the planet. Named after America's first astronaut, the New Shepard rocket soared from West Texas on the 52nd anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing. The crew landed after the up and down flight, which lasted for around 10 minutes. Blue Origin's capsule is fully automated, so there is no need for trained staff on the brief space hop. Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic rocket plane needs 2 pilots to operate. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's news bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Sultanate celebrates the first day of the blessed Eid al-Adha amid COVID-19 precautionary measures. The members of the COVID-19 Supreme Committee visit the Operations Center to follow up implementing the decisions during the full lockdown period. And pilgrims in Saudi Arabia continue Hajj rituals in the first day of the blessed Eid al-Adha. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios is good night, Eid Mubarak, and stay safe.